tomorrow? Now. The current head of state, who is supposed to be exiting, has decided he wants to extend his rule kinyume cha sheria ya Kenya, kinyume cha katiba ya Kenya. And all we are getting here is nothing else but a very vicious attempt to stifle any voice that is going to stop the path of trying to illegally remain in power, contrary to the constitution of this country. And we want to tell the current head of state, you shall not succeed. You shall not succeed in muffling the voice of the people and giving the people the voice that they want to speak for them on the ballot. You will not succeed. You will not succeed. These are lame attempts. And some of us here were ready for you. We were ready. We knew these things were going to come. So we are ready for you. Na muna bahati mbaya. Kwa sababu tunajua sheria ya Kenya, and we were ready for you. You can throw what you want, but we are ready for you. And you shall be defeated even here. Hakuna mahali ambao umeshinda sisi. You have been at it for the longest period, na umeshindwa, na hata hapa utashindwa. Utashindwa. The voice of the people is now beginning to be heard in large numbers. The people you are seeing standing with me here began individual contests and individual conquests. And over time, they have managed to gather more and more support. We are now speaking as more and more people. We know that we are speaking to the 48% that is undecided in this nation about what is being presented as the decision of 2022, August 9th. And we want to assure those Kenyans and many others, we believe we are the majority, that your voices are going to be heard, and you shall be on the ballot. Asanteni sana. God bless you. Asanteni sana. Thank you. I don't know whether my colleague is asking whether you have any questions, but we want questions in line with what we are speaking, so we don't dilute our message. So let's don't start asking us periphery things. We'll take questions that are in line with what we have spoken here. Yes. Emmanuel, zungumza. Good. Why don't you start?
Okay, so let me take like maybe 2 minutes to explain to you the process of forming a political party in Kenya. You go to a majority of counties, that is 24 counties, to collect signatures of registered voters who must be in the voter register. And those become your members. You know, that is the process. Only natural persons, citizens of Kenya with a national ID, are eligible to vote or to be nominated to run for public office. You're right. They amended the law. And I think partly that's what Jimmy was speaking about. But for personal interest and personal preservation. Now, because of the impunity in this country, people tend to be blind on some of the things that they do. It exposes their ignorance about matters law. And if you had a proper IEBC that follows the rule of law, there is no way a candidate from a party, coalition party called Azimio, could have gone beyond the office of the registrar of political parties. Because for a party to nominate a person, let's in this case call a person, but it has to be a natural person, you must be able to vote. Now, what is the membership of Azimio? The membership of Azimio are the various political parties. So if Azimio wanted to nominate a candidate, it can only nominate that person who is a member of that party. And the member of Azimio is not living persons. It's corporate entities called political parties. So I have no problem if Azimio were to give, say, NAC Kenya a certificate to go and run, or ODM to go and run. I had no problem with that. But they gave the certificate to a natural living person who is not a member of Azimio. Am I making sense? Why? I know it's difficult for you guys to comprehend this because... Yes.
Let me explain to you, using the company law. If you form a company yourself, then you go and buy shares in East African breweries, for example, or in another listed company. Using your company, not yourself as a person. You don't become a shareholder of East African breweries or that other company or Safaricom. Essentially, when you're not a member in that company, you cannot go in a shareholders meeting to vote. If you go on behalf of your company as a proxy. And that is why you see in the Political Parties Act, coalitions do not field a candidate. Because the Constitution under Article 99 and Article 37 only envisages candidates from political parties and independents. You remember when they closed the register on March 26, you could not hope after the nominations to another party. Azimio had no register to close because its membership is corporate, meaning these are legal persons. Once they are legal persons, they can't run. So the question here is, when we went for nominations at the Bomas, the first desk, you are providing your ID. They verify you have the original ID. They check on your face whether you are the same person, they confirm. The next desk was the registrar of political parties. They enter your ID number and see Ekuru Aukot is in third way, Miruru is in third way. Then the proposers and seconders the same way. So how did he establish that Raila Odinga was a member of Azimio? Because he is not. He's the party leader of ODM. We agree that ODM is a member of Azimio, but him as a person cannot, through a corporate entity, become a member of Azimio. Are we together? No. Huh?
What you are talking about is there is a political coalition, then there is a coalition political party.
Okay.
Azimio is a coalition political party, and that's why Raila is running as Azimio presidential.
Let me explain to you.
Ruto is running under UDA, but is under.
Yes, that is true. Let me explain to you here. Coalitions do not field candidates. They have never done that. Even in 2017, Raila Odinga ran on ODM ticket. Karonzo was on Wiper. Are you getting me? Because political parties are the ones which field candidates, because the Constitution has only two kinds of candidates. So now Azimio is both a coalition and a political party. The problem here is, once you are in another party, you cannot be in two political parties at the same time. That is the law. You cannot be a member of two political parties at the same time. So when we are explaining this is that, if you are a member of ODM, you cannot be a member of Azimio by law. You must resign from one party. So there is no way a party, especially where you are not even registered as a member, you can use it to run.
It's common sense.
It is common sense because you can't be a member in two parties.
I think that's clear. now, I think you're seeing the problems we're having. When you are using different parameters over the same matter, you raise questions about impartiality, about the rule of law and its application. Now, Emmanuel, you asked me a question. Let me ask Willis, my good deputy, to answer.
Let me say this, Emmanuel. As I said, we are a country of rule of law. IEBC has applied the law on university graduates since 2013, and they cleared candidates. To confirm their position, they went to the High Court, and they got a High Court order enforcing their decision that once you've concluded all your coursework, once you've met all the grades that are required and you have a completion letter and the university has satisfied you itself as to your qualification, you are deemed to be a graduate. You've met the criteria. And that is what they've used subsequent from 2013 to clear candidates. So even when they cleared Nyambane on 26th, on 28th, it was on the basis of that settled law. We did not snitch on anybody. We merely brought to their attention the operating law that they were using. But because they were caught flat-footed, because they had thought they were going to stop us without a legal basis, we brought to their attention the law that exists, the law that the High Court has said exists, the law that themselves have also used previously. So to try to clean face, they now helplessly take on Mr. Walter Nyambane, who has been lawfully cleared, because he had been lawfully cleared as a candidate. Because when he appeared before the commission, the process is very laborious. They check each and every document. Nyambane did not present any forgery. He presented legitimate and genuine documents, which confirmed he had concluded his university education. Then, applying the law as enforced by the High Court, IEBC cleared him. But now, because they want to justify why they're locking out His Excellency Jimmy Wanjigi, they now turn back and recall Nyambane without even giving him a hearing. Again, please, let's be honest. The right to be heard is sacrosanct. Everybody must be given a hearing. Everybody must be given an opportunity to present their case. And if they did, that's natural justice. We are going to fight this to the end. I promise you a legal battle never seen in this side of the tropics. We will fight all the way, and I will use all my legal acumen. I will go to all the courts. I will quote all the laws. I will produce all documents from IEBC itself, confirming how they have always applied the law in regard to qualifications. They cannot change at this particular point.
Yes, on your point, before you leave the photo, you said that once you have your transcript and you completed your coursework,
Yes.
you should be seen as a graduate.
Yes, yes.
Does it work that way? Because I will ask you, when people are going to graduate, before you are conferred a degree,
Yes.
you are called a graduate.
Yes.
Then after you've been conferred a degree,
Yes.
so that's when you become a graduate.
Yes.
So where does it apply that when you have the transcript and you completed your coursework, then now you are a graduate?
You know what you're saying are exactly the points which were raised in the case before the High Court. Exactly. The definitions you are saying in 2013. All those who are discussed, the definition of a graduate, I'll give you the judgment when we leave here. And the court says, once you have concluded your coursework, you are deemed to be a graduate. That is what the court of law has said. If you have a problem, let me just finish. If you have a problem with that court order, right, which anybody can have a problem with the court order, we are a country of rule of law. There is a process to challenge it. But before that court order is challenged and overturned, it is the law. That is the legitimate expectation.
Just like the rule.
Now, any other question? Any other question? Who are you? Who are you? Sorry?
Freedom, it enshrined within the Constitution, the within the Constitution, there's qualifications on presidential candidates, the qualifications to work and free and where do you expect the balance between fundamental rights to right and perhaps legislations which have come to look through electoral regulations?
No, I think we've got to be very clear here on what we're trying to achieve. I think Willis has articulated a position that is clear for all Kenyans about discriminatory treatment from an institution we are calling a special purpose vehicle. I think let's leave it at that, because if we start getting into some of these sideshows here, we're going in the wrong direction. Let's get some focused questions. But I think as we are talking, I think we have mentioned and we have said what we wanted to say today. I think we've been very clear about our intent and what we are calling the voice, that you're going to start hearing the voice of the people of this country. Asanteni sana. I think I've been very clear that my candidature seems to be bothering one particular person, and that person is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. It bothers him, and I want to be categoric that he has tried before and not succeeded, and even now he will not succeed. I think you should ask him that question. I think because now I have made the allegation, I think you should ask him that question. Because he has used every special purpose vehicle at his disposal to do nothing else ever since he got to power, to frustrate the very one person who helped him get to that power to save his neck. So I think you should ask him. Say, I have made an accusation, yes, and ask him to answer. Asante sana. Thank you all very much. I think Willis, you didn't say, Willis,
A lady. Let's give the lady.
you didn't mention what we're doing.
As I said, I've promised IEBC a legal battle royale. We'll come with all our armor and all the laws and all the documents that they've used previously to confer on people registration as candidates. We will start from themselves. We'll give them a first opportunity to correct their mistakes. If they don't correct their mistakes, we will use, and we believe in the rule of law, we will use the law to challenge every single decision that IEBC will make. But we do believe that if IEBC is minded to apply the law, we should not even, they should be inviting us at this point that we made a mistake, come, we correct it. They should not wait for us to appear before them, because they have applied this law. They have been parties to court cases where this law was applied. They cannot turn at this particular point, but we will vigorously fight it in court until the end.
Gentlemen,
One question.
Let's give the lady.
One
the
question.
lady-
Yes, she's here.
Please.
Yes.
So you've talked about Kenyatta being against your candidature, and you've been quoted saying that the government, you are part of the forming of this government. So are you Ruto's project?
I don't know why you're calling me a project of an individual. I seek to be the project of majority of Kenyans. A majority of Kenyans. As I said, and I was talking also on behalf of my colleagues here, started this journey alone. And along the way, we have picked up supporters, a lot of supporters. And we are clear where we are going. We are clear what we want to say. I think you have heard us. And I want to assure you, I just want to be the project of the people of Kenya, not an individual. Not an individual.
It's not clear when are you waiting for court.
Willis.
I mean, there are timelines. There are timelines for going. The university is Daystar University, and we have met all the requirements for the conferment of a degree from Daystar University. And Daystar has issued correspondence to that effect, and the Commission of University Education has also issued communication to that effect, confirming the grades and the course that was taken.
Which one?
We will provide you with the letters.
No. I don't want us to go there.
There?
Yeah.
No, we'll only raise the issue. We'll only raise the issue on our petition. We'll raise the issue of the degree, because the other issues we had administratively addressed all of them.
If the court fails to give you a ruling that maybe is
Battle royale. Battle royale. A battle royale, there is no room for failure. In a battle royale, you must win.
He wants a question answered.
When are you moving to
No, there is a process.
There's a process. We must file the case before the 9th of June. So hopefully we'll file today or tomorrow. Okay? The legal team is working on the
As for me,
paper.
I'm already in court.
Thank you very much, all of you.
And,
Appreciate it.
We are seeking conservatory orders to stop the process until this issue of discrimination is taken care of.
Asante.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go.